Layering clothing is now common and a well understood concept for staying warm in the outdoors. Getting a good night's sleep is equally as important. For some, this is still a mystery. Hopefully, this simple guide will help you remember there's a lot more to a good night's sleep than just crawling into a sleeping bag. So let's break it down. First, let's look at the surface you're going to be sleeping on. I can feel the ground is lumpy and cold as I sit here. If I were to lay straight on the ground in my sleeping bag, as well as being uncomfortable, heat from my body would quickly conduct into the ground. All that insulation you've paid for in your sleeping bag has now been compressed by the weight of your body and is now useless. Conduction is the quickest way to lose heat, so we need a layer, something to protect us from the ground. Self-inflating mats like our Erics have become commonplace amongst mountaineers and campers, providing comfort from the lumps and bumps. Depending on their thickness and filling, they can also provide a lot of insulation. To increase this insulation during the winter, you can add a thin layer of closed cell foam as well. This not only boosts your thermal barrier against the ground, but provides a failsafe should the worst happen to your self-inflating mat. Now we need to stop heat loss through convection. The first weapon in the armoury is a good sleeping bag. Check the temperature rating, but don't treat this as gospel, just use it as a starting point. Research further with customer comments as well as magazine and online reviews. Quiz the retailer on its expected performance. If they just go on the rating, go and ask someone else. You're probably only going to want to buy one sleeping bag, but you want to use it for everything. So let's talk about layers and using them to help regulate your body temperature. Wearing a good set of dry thermals is a must for us as soon as it goes below zero, just in case we get caught short in the middle of the night. A fleece liner could make it possible to use a summer bag in the autumn or winter. Tucking your down jacket inside your sleeping bag might just be enough to fend off that 3 AM chill. A fire will only keep you warm if you continue to add wood to it. The same is true of your body. If you've had a hard day in the hills, become dehydrated and haven't eaten much but chocolate, your body will be running on empty. This means you won't have enough energy to heat your sleeping bag through the night. It's extremely important to eat the right foods and rehydrate before you turn in for the night. Your extremities are kept warm and functioning by thousands of capillary blood vessels. Because these capillaries are close to the surface, they can be cooled quickly, just like the screen on your car. Whilst not necessarily life-threatening, this can make you feel cold all over. By simply wearing socks, gloves and a hat in your sleeping bag, you can increase your overall comfort. Okay, so you've got yourself nice and insulated, but if you're going to sleep right through the night without interruption, you're going to need some protection from the environment. This might be a tent, a snow hole or a nice alpine hut. I used a bivvy bag last night to protect me from the snow. It's worth saying using a bivvy bag for several nights can lead to your sleeping bag becoming laden with moisture from your body. If this isn't dealt with quickly, it can accumulate, freeze and possibly reduce your sleeping bag's effectiveness. How warm are sleeping bags is an impossibly hard question to answer. As we have shown, there are many factors that can influence a good night's sleep in the outdoors. Just like your clothing layers, think of your sleeping bag as just one part of your sleeping system. Surface, layers, eat, extremities, protection. Using this simple acronym to balance your equipment to the conditions will help you minimise the weight you need to carry and help maximise your enjoyment of the outdoors.